everybody, and welcome back to Time to Go. Bob here, and today we have in on the channel a really cool, what I would call a modern military design watch by MTM Watches. The watch we're looking at today is the Hypertec H-61, very neat watch packed with a lot of features. MTM, by the way, have just recently come on my radar, but if you go on their site, they actually have quite a few different offerings that are pretty interesting. I'll leave a link below so you can go there and check them out. So let's spin the camera around, take a closer look at the Hypertec H-61. So before we get into the watch, I just have to quickly talk about the box this thing comes out in. It's a pretty big, heavy-duty, waterproof case with that really cool dagger MTM logo. If we open up the case, we have inside, there's a little pillow here for the watch. There's also this other smaller box, and in that box we have a warranty card. There is some instructions, as well as the little tool set here. The tools are for strap changes. This has screwed spring bars, you can see here. The watch is unique to anything I've seen, at least in person, in that we actually have two bezels. We have both a regular bezel as well as an inner bezel for timing multiple events. The inner bezel is operated by the crown at 4 o'clock. Very smooth operation. The regular bezel is a 120 click unidirectional bezel, has very nice clicky action, good alignment here, and very little play. The case has a satinized finish with almost a titanium look, but it is stainless steel. When you're ordering one of these, by the way, there's quite a few options, including 3 case finishes, 8 dials, and over 30 strap choices, which is a nice bonus to have that customization available. The case comes in at between 42 and 43 millimeters. It's a little tricky to measure with these angular crown guards. Lug to lug is 50 millimeters. We have a thickness of 12.5 millimeters and a larger lug opening of 24 millimeters. The water resist is 100 meters, and the watch houses a Swiss quartz movement with the GMT function. You see the GMT hand is the shorter red hand here. The crystal is sapphire with AR coating. It's a pretty neat design with these hex-shaped lines. You see them at the lugs, the crowns, the crown guards, and even the bezel grips. This version of the dial is split with a textured portion on the lower half and a flat tan upper portion of the dial. The print work is quite small, keeping the dial uncluttered, with MTM Hypertec USA up top and 100-meter water resistance at 6. In place of the 6, we have an applied MTM logo, again with that cool dagger design, and at 3 we have the date. So the watch, like I mentioned before, has over 30 strap options. I can't speak for the rest, but this one's really nice. Has a really tight weave similar to seatbelt straps, only a little thicker than the typical seatbelt strap. Feels nice on wrist. We have stitch work around the entire perimeter of the strap. You'll see here there's also a piece of leather that is signed MTM USA. It actually prevents the strap from sliding through the watch without unscrewing the spring bars. Now, this watch was actually on a tour that was started by Scott at Watches Galore. He took out the spring bar to show you guys the case back, which has the MTM logo engraved. I'm not going to do that today, but make sure to check out his video to see that. The clasp, by the way, or the buckle, I should say, is signed with the MTM logo, has those same angular lines as the watch, really heavy duty. So that's it. Let's pop it on wrist here for a sec. Alright guys, so first of all, I just realized that I have not given you guys a Lume shot, so I'm going to put one up at the end of the video. One thing I will mention about the Lume is the Lume is really good. It is only the handset that is Lume, though. It would have been nice to have some Lume at 12 or maybe on the pip of the bezel. Not a big deal, but just thought I'd mention that. The other thing I was a little bit worried about with this watch was that big 24 millimeter lug opening. On a lot of watches, it just doesn't work for me. With this tactical style design, I find it just suits the overall look, in this case, just fine. Feels great on wrist. I love that tough look, and it's not only a tough look, it's got a really rugged feel too. They're definitely worth a look as a brand and have quite a few interesting watches available other than the H-61 in their site as well. So that's it, guys. Let's spin the camera back around and we'll wrap this one up. Alright guys, so that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed our look at the Hypertec H-61. Really cool watch. Really appreciate you taking the time out of your day and stopping by the channel today. If you have any questions or thoughts on the watch, I look forward to those in the comment section below. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.